Thank you for joining us for the English session program on radio television of Burkina Faso from Ouagadougou. The Commander-in-Chief of Barkhane Force in Mali, Xavier Walmont, and the new one, Bruno Gilbert, met President of Faso Christian Kabore this week in Ouagadougou. General Walmont says they got an interview with President Kabore on the G5 joint force. Barkhane will help G5 Sahel force, and both forces will now take time to start security operations on the ground in order to make safe the Sahel area. 42 new military officers ended their training at the George Namano Military Academy. The graduation ceremony that took place at Po was presided over by President of Faso Christian Kabore. Perspectives, it is the name of the 16th cohort. President of Faso invited these new officers to work with determination, loyalty, and courage in order to defend the country wherever they will be posted. 750 other gendarmes ended their training at Bobo Dioulasso. They are expected to bring their contribution in order to overcome security challenges like terrorism. The Liptako Gourma and the G5 Sahel security specialists, civil society donors, and leaders met in Ouagadougou for a sub-regional meeting on security issue. The purpose is to analyze security challenge in order to face violent extremism. The story is by Umar Zombri.
How to fight efficiently against fundamentalism and terrorism in the Liptako Gourma and G5 Sahel countries. It is to find the answer to that question that these stakeholders are meeting here. They will draw the path and sharpen the strategies to combat violent extremism in the borders of Mali, Niger, and Burkina Faso. More than 50 partakers are involved in this meeting, of which security specialists, administration authorities, civil societies, and partners, with the main mission of pinpointing, analyzing security challenges, and formulating recommendations to respond adequately to the threat.
I think from this process, we're going to come together and come up with some good recommendations, solid recommendations built on the experience of those who worked in the region, those who are coming from outside the region, to better organize our assistance, to better share what's worked and what might not have worked, so that as we move forward, we're in this building stage of the G5 Sahel force. As we move forward, we share those experiences and we have concrete recommendations so that our efforts are the most adapt to the problem before us.
According to the representative of the Minister of Security, this kind of meeting is very important. It helps to locate clearly the threats and gives the way to deal with them. The fight against terrorism is not a conventional war, it is an asymmetrical one. So to deal with that, the government needs specialists that will help with solutions. To triumph against terrorism at the borders of Mali, Niger, and Burkina Faso, the countries of G5 Sahel and Liptako Gourma need the support of their partners.
It's been a real pleasure to be able to work with partners such as the representative of the European Union for the Sahel, President Juillet, the government here in Burkina Faso, other experts who are bringing together this local experience and international experience to find a pathway that's the most effective use of these resources. For the United States, we're very pleased to have supported over the last 5 years the 5 countries of the G5 Sahel with $600 million worth of assistance. That's about 337 billion French CFA francs, and in order to help them contribute to building this institution that comes from the region. It's very much part of our common interests, and we're very, very pleased to support this partnership as we move forward against a common threat.
The stakeholders have 3 days to deal about fundamentalism and its violent expression during this sub-regional meeting. It is organized by ISS, the Institute of Security Studies, with the financial collaboration of Netherlands and the Switzerland Confederation.
The economist-in-chief of the World Bank got an interview with Prime Minister Paul Kabati in Ouagadougou this week. With Prime Minister Albert Zefak dealt with the issue of the political and institutional governance program in Burkina Faso. More detail with the World Bank economist.
Burkina is continuing to do the kind of reforms and to continue to exhibit this sense of pride and purpose that should be emulated all across Africa. Today I'm visiting Burkina to launch the CPIA, the Country Policy and Institutional Assessment, which is a tool to assess the quality of public policies in our countries and to assess the quality of institutions to implement those policies. So why is the CPIA so important? Because it enters in the formula for IDA resources allocation. IDA is the concessional window for the World Bank Group, which allows countries like Burkina Faso to access resources at almost zero cost. So it's extremely important to deepen the reforms in the area of macroeconomic management, deepen structural reforms, policy for social inclusion, and most importantly, governance. If the country continues those reforms, we are likely to see the CPIA score for Burkina moving from 3.6 to hopefully 3.8 or 4 in the years to come, which will increase the volume of resources available for Burkina's development and for job creation for its youth. The World Bank is very, very pleased to be working with Burkina, and we are happy that we have a full convergence of view with the Prime Minister on what it would take to make these changes happen.
ECOWAS MPs, in addition to those from Mauritania and Chad, met this week in the capital city of Burkina Faso around the African demographic growth. For those parliamentary, Africa is the only continent of which the population will double by 250. The meeting of Ouagadougou was presided over by the President of National Assembly of Burkina Faso, Dr. Salifou Diallo. The purpose is to think about how to face this challenge of the worrying demographic growth. For several experts, we have to find solution to this situation. An Indian corporation specialized in farming equipment making is opening its representation office in Ouagadougou. Leaders of the company exhibited equipment this week to show their know-how in terms of farming equipment. Authorities took part in the exhibition opening, and the representative of the government says they appreciate this initiative that is in conformity with priorities of the head of state, that is to say, modernizing agriculture with show-table equipment. For the cooperation leaders, the group is ready to work with Burkina Faso.
That is what we want to sell. With that, we are giving service après-vente, peers après-vente, mobile one, all the technician to success the agriculture of Burkina Faso. From 20 sao to 120 sao, 20 horsepower to 120 horsepower tractors. Very easy to work on it. Is easy manual, no electronic yana, and there is service available. If you do the service, this tractor will long last for 10 years minimum. When I see the agricultural is good, I visit the one of the dam. This dam is Ziga. And we know that agricultural possibilities in Burkina Faso, you need tractors, mechanizing agricultural if you want to success. And we seen there is an opportunity. People are here good to work, and there is a good land and water is available. So I decided to open to come as a mechanizing tractors and everything. So the agricultural produce can go up. Because of that, I see opportunity. I want to open now is Ouagadougou, but we know the tractors are going to use in the village. So we are opening our second showroom in Bobo Dioulasso.
Fundraid and Water Aid signed a partnership compact on Friday in Ouagadougou. The purpose is to collaborate and promote research and innovation in water and sanitation domain.
The sector is facing some key challenges. As we know that the government has committed to deliver water and sanitation services for all the Burkinabe by 2030. This is the main objective in the course of the SDG, the Sustainable Development Goal. And as an NGO, non-governmental organization, it is also our responsibility to use all the tools that are available at national level to promote this kind of initiative. And for us, we don't want these boreholes built with financial means coming from populations, but also from the government and other donors that can be not operated, that are not delivering the service to the population. That is something we need to avoid if we want really the sector to develop and to contribute to the global development of the country. And research and innovation are the key if we want to achieve the sustainable development goals on water and sanitation in Burkina.
It's a great pleasure for us to sign this partnership today, because it's our first partnership with a non-governmental organization in Burkina. From the beginning to now, up to now, we are just dealing on governmental finances. And this, I thought it's good. It has to be improved. And we have to rely mostly on our forces. And our forces are governmental, but also on others, and NGOs, private sector, and others. And here, it's very important for us to begin with this first partnership.
Thank you for watching. Stay connected to Radio Television of Burkina Faso to enjoy your weekend. See you next time and take care.